So, I've been all over this thing for about a month now. A lot of you guys are sick of me, but I told you early on we were going to get shut down, and I was already on, I was already on the right path. So this Rona bitch, you know, uh, she makes you look back and see what you've been through, what you've done, and I've been really reaching out to a lot of people I haven't talked to in years, family, friends, uh, ex coaches. I mean, just as many people as I can think of. You go through your life and you look back on it, and for me, there's some things that happened in my life that were very, very important. So Tommy Chavez, uh, I was a freshman and I started wrestling and I was horrible and I got just murdered. I just got beat to death and it was horrible. And I heard about this Tommy Chavez guy. He was you know a badass wrestler and and uh, and and he was such a badass wrestler that his dad had to ship him off to military school. He gotten out of the Chavez line, or I don't know what he did or whatever. And so they built this legend up pretty good, And so my buddy Kurt Bennett, he was one of the cool kids, and he was the tough kid, and he was an enforcer. He brings me over. We go sneak into this military school or whatever, and I meet Tommy Chavez, and he is a little short, stocky, just a badass. And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'll be back next year. I'll be back next year." And he was cool. And so he comes back for his senior year, which is my sophomore year, and that's when I started getting down. I've told that story in the past. That's when I started getting down. And Tommy was really, really, really good wrestler. But back then in Illinois, there was only 2 classes, A, and you went districts, sectionals, state. So the true 12 best guys were at the state tournament, but there was some other guys that made it through some cheap qualifiers. And to get through the sectionals, you needed to be 1 or 2. So Tommy had a bad draw. I mean, he had a bad match. Tommy had a bad match, and he was knocked out in the sectionals and didn't make it to the state. But he was badass. So by this time, we're starting to become friends and everything. And he's going to go to college. And I think he's going to wrestle. But anyway, we start palling around, and I get to go to these college trips. And I know we went to Dubuque, Iowa, and then we went to another place. I don't remember what it was, and I don't remember where Tommy ended up at. He ended up at one of these places, and he's turned out to be super, super successful and a great father, and good, solid man. Super, super proud of him. But if it wasn't for Tommy, I don't think I would have ever. I mean, I had no idea how to get to college or what you would. I mean, I wasn't going to get there on brains. Nobody was going to pay me. Nobody was going to pay. Like, there wasn't a fund for me to go to college. And, I watched him go through it. And granted, Tommy came from a good, solid family. I love Franny and his big brother, Phil. He was a wrestler too. And Phil ate like 32 blueberry pancakes one time. And he was a bully. Phil was a bully. And then there was another one. I didn't know him, but good, solid family. Anyway, I wanted to cut a quick one on this. A buddy of mine, John Collier, actually my nephew, John Collier, lost a family member, and he wrote a really good tribute on Facebook. And Tommy had said, "Hey man, good job. Sorry for your loss." And it just all kind of came together. And I was down at a boat ramp that was closed, by the way. They got golf courses open. The weed, you can go buy weed, you can go buy alcohol, but you can't go to a goddamn park. So, I mean, I'm all about we killing this Rona bitch, but you know, let's get on the same page. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. So, anyway, Tommy, listen, love you, brother. Super proud of you, and thank you because I've had a hell of a run. And you were a very big part of it. So thanks.